Kami-sama's temple, Goku had managed to blow up the new time chamber that had been created by Beerus. Dende observes everything and tries to understand what was happening. Dende questions to Goku.
Mr. Goku, how did you get out of there? The Destroyer's power is extremely high. Did you manage to overcome it? What is happening?
At that moment, Goku observes and says, Dende, there are several things that are happening in the midst of this complex universe that are making the gods go crazy. If there is an immortal or someone who can end it right now, the end of all humanity, of all other beings will happen. I can't let that happen. After all, if the Earth is destroyed, all our bonds and all of us will cease to exist. It's time for the Saiyans to act again. Dende is just watching. Goku immediately teleports to the Capsule Corporation and sees Bulma alongside the other Z fighters. Goku says, looks like you're all fine. Bulma watches and speaks.
Goku, you've been away all this time. What happened? What have you been doing?
Goku seriously responds, it seems like there's no way. It's always like that. They start making hasty decisions and always big catastrophes start to happen. But this time, it will be different. Just like I said, we will no longer be the pawns in this chess game. Bulma observes and questions.
What are you talking about?
Goku responds, that. During all this time that I was away, I was not training on the planet of Beerus the Destroyer, but I fell into a trap, and I was trapped inside the time chamber. But that's enough for me. Everything that ended up happening will have to come to an end. I will show my real power, and all my skills will now be raised. I reached the new level of a transformation that goes beyond the powers I showed in the Tournament of Power, and that will be enough to protect everyone. Bulma isn't shocked. Goku watches and responds. Now is the time for revolution!
Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's go back to the point.
Planet of Destruction. Vegeta looks at Whis and says, Mr. Whis, in all this time I've been training with you, with Mr. Beerus being able to learn the Ultra Ego and several other skills that I thought I would never be able to reach. No, but now I believe it is now the time for us to part ways, as I feel that a great battle is about to take place. It seems that the gods of destruction have made their decisions, and since the tournament in Universe 6, this had already been clear, and we try to clarify that mortals will no longer be pawns in this chess game. But it seems that nobody ended up trying to really understand this. Whis watches and says,
It looks like Suno's predictions were right. At some point, the time would come when the warrior of prophecy would bow down against all the gods of destruction. Now, the result of all this would be in the hands of all celestial beings. Well, let's wait. I think it's very difficult that Mr. Goku has not achieved another type of transformation, another type of skill.
Vegeta watches and says, what? Does that mean that Kakarot managed to get even stronger?
Whis responds, exactly that, Mr. Vegeta. If we think about it, Mr. Goku trained for a long time inside the time chamber. Of course, I say a long time because now he has certainly managed to escape from there and has certainly raised his power to a much higher level due to Mr. Beerus and all the gods of destruction having arrested him. Things will get even more complicated. In fact, the real order was that Mr. Goku be eliminated. But Mr. Beerus, for all the consideration and from everything Mr. Goku did for Universe 7, decided that Mr. Goku's life cycle was not supposed to end. But Mr. Goku, whether he wanted it or not, did nothing. He may have judged by another timeline that Goku Black managed to end everything. This made things start to get extremely more difficult, and then we would have to understand what the real objective would be and what Mr. Goku is really intending to do.
Vegeta watches and starts laughing and says, "What he will do is the most obvious, Mr. Whis. He will surely start to onslaught of destruction on everyone. He will show his true power and real power. Kakarot is a good person, but whenever he sees a threat that could cause harm to his friends and loved ones, he decides to attack and show his true power. What makes you think that Kakarot will be so peaceful as to let the gods of destruction want to end everything and just on a whim? Want to imprison him in a time chamber when he hasn't committed any crime?" Whis just watches. Planet of destruction at the center of all universes, meeting between all gods of destruction. Beerus starts the meeting by saying, "Maybe it was a mistake to leave Son Goku alive, but I don't see the logic in wanting to kill the mortal who practically saved all the universes and had an extremely high performance in a tournament of power. Apart from the fact that he is Senosama's friend, I don't understand why you are wanting to make this kind of decision. But this is a big mistake and could lead to very big catastrophes in the coming time." Kitela, the god of destruction of Universe 4, says,
Beerus, you idiot! You think that you're always right in your decisions. If that Son Goku dares to show up here, I will literally finish him off! I don't care about anything. I will destroy anything!
At that moment, Belmont, the god of destruction of Universe 11, begins to reflect and says,
I'm sure that this guy is nothing. The powers he showed against Jiren was really impressed me, but Jiren doesn't have the same power as a god of destruction. He was a mortal who maybe reached closer powers, but he wasn't able to reach Ultra Ego either. All of his skills was shown by his own energy. So if we stop to think about it, Goku might not be able to do anything.
At that moment, a little more cautious Liquid, the god of destruction of Universe 8, says, "Could see with my own eyes the skill that Son Goku emanated in the tournament of power. It is not normal for a mortal to be able to use the mastery of Ultra Instinct. This technique requires extreme ki control. It is necessary to have very concentrated energy. I could see exactly when Goku received the energy from the Spirit Bomb. He managed to dominate all that energy. It seems that an extremely high power emanated from him. If that was the problem of the tournament of power, we could understand, but until then, right after he managed to raise his powers even more without sucking the Spirit Bomb's energy, making his transformation stronger and stronger, he managed to defeat Moro, the wizard from the creation of Majin Buu, and even with the help of an angel Meros, he dominated his power even more. Don't forget that the angels are also in the Goku side." Just as Beerus was about to speak, a teleportation noise appears directly on the planet of destruction. At that moment, Goku appears in front of all the gods of destruction. The gods are frightened. Goku says, "Listen to me. Today I'm here to warn you. I will finish you off, one by one." The moment Goku speaks, a large Hakai thrown at him. But in the blink of an eye, Goku teleports out of the planet of destruction. The gods of destruction look on with an angry look and says, "How dare you!" To be continued. What is Goku up to in the face of all this? Will Goku alone challenge all the gods of destruction? So what do you believe is going to happen after all of this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive here exposing in your comments so that we can enter into the crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.